Good morning. Very good morning. You are tuning in for another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Last night was Monday Night Football. That's what it was. Patrick Mahomes versus Derek Carr and the Raiders. Patrick Mahomes won. Yo, listen, I was watching some of the game, and I was literally like I couldn't believe some of it, right? Because it was stuff that the Ravens have problems with, is what doomed the Raiders. Receivers on the last play of the game literally ran into each other. Boop. Collided with great force. Yo, they were down one. They were driving the ball. Man. And I'm going to be real with you. I know they're going to say, it probably wasn't a catch, right? I think that was a makeup for the horrible pass. The horrible, roughing the passer call. When Devontae tapped, grabbed it, and then reaffirmed it, and then went out of bounds. I think that was a makeup call for the horrible, absolutely horrid roughing the passer penalty. And I said this on Twitter. This is the NFL setting up to screw somebody over in the playoffs. We've seen it already. Listen, the NFL always goes back to what it feels works, right? If you go back the year when the Raiders got screwed by the tuck rule with, Thomas Brady, the bogus call getter, during the season, it happened to the Patriots, I believe. And they had gotten called on, the other team. They got the strip sack, whatever. And they were like, oh, tuck rule. And it was such an obscure rule that came out of nowhere. Nobody was even looking for it. No one's heard it in years. And the ref just said tuck rule. So everyone's like, what? Because it was an obscured rule. It's like one of those things, like, you know what it is? Like, there's a rule in, I think, New York that says you cannot fart in elevators. That's an obscured rule because a lot of people would be in jail because a lot of y'all is nasty. Y'all wait till someone be on there and just let off a silent Dylan and see the reaction of the other person, right? Nasty. But guess what? That's what the tuck rule was. Obscured. And then the Patriots got the benefit, even though that was the tuck rule. They used it to screw the Raiders out of a Super Bowl or getting to the Super Bowl. This is one of those things. I'm telling you right now, it's going to screw over one of the teams pushing for a playoff spot that they actually probably don't want to be there. Because the NFL at the end of the day is a business and they're looking for ratings. They don't want two teams that nobody really cares about or has strong conviction towards making it to the Super Bowl, much less winning the Super Bowl. They don't. It happens once every very, very rare blue moon. Matter of fact, not even a blue moon. It happens every rare pink moon. Blood moon. Like, yo. And FYI, I've seen a blue moon, like a full blue moon. It happens in Africa. Yeah, Liberia. The light, hits the moon in a certain way, and everything turns to a hue of blue. The plains, you can see it like overtaking everything, and you'll look at your hands, and it's like blue. So yeah, there's that little thing that you learned about it. Nugget! But look, yesterday was Patrick Mahomes being Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey being Kelsey, and the Raiders being the Raiders. There's no reason for the Raiders to have lost that game. I was having flashbacks watching the game because this year, one of the stats They're the only team they're like one of like four teams. I'm sorry, one of four teams, right? That have lost games while being up multiple times in the season, right? Being up by 17 or more points. So as a Ravens fan, I was like, oh, PTSD. Oh, hold me. Because I was like, boy, we already went through this twice. and they did it now too. And it came up on the screen and said, so the Ravens. I was like, because we should be 5-0. There's no reason for us not to be 5-0. There's no reason. Like, oh my God, there's no reason. But they lost. And Davante Adams got so mad that he was yelling obscenities on the sideline and then went to go push/shove the cameraman out of pure frustration. And Davante Adams is one of those dudes, usually everyone that has nothing but good things to say about it. High character, you know what I'm saying? He was so frustrated he let his emotions get the best of him. That's how frustrating the Raiders have been this year. I want you to put this in context. For as bad as the Broncos have been this season, and everybody hating and throwing darts at Russell Wilson, the Raiders have been a bigger disappointment. Think about that real quick. Everybody was on the horse of saying the AFC West is the best division in football. I'm here to tell you, it's not. It is not. Yo, with the way things are looking, Kansas City might be the only team to make it out of that division. Kansas City heard the talk. The only thing that everyone was right on was that they would miss Tyreek Hill, and they're missing Tyreek Hill. You can see it. You can see it there. Patrick Mahomes is pulling some plays out of places, like dark places, because that ability to always stretch the field, no matter the circumstance, is gone, right? And they're having to work a lot more underneath, a lot more with screens, a lot more with swing plays. The thing is, Patrick Mahomes has a perfect coaching staff to combat that deficiency. The perfect coaching staff to combat that deficiency. Because some coaching staffs will be like, oh, we got to go to the draft. We'll eventually find somebody. And they'll just take it. No, not Andy Reid. Not Eric Bieniemy. No. And they are finding ways to win. They're finding ways to win. You can't hate it. You have to respect it. Because you're not always going to win pretty. That's the problem with a lot of people. People always want, I want a picture perfect pose Vogue. No. Sometimes it's going to be dirty. Sometimes it's going to be ugly. Sometimes it's not going to be picture perfect. But at the end of the day, can you get that W? You have to. If you're going to win in the playoffs, you have to be able to win dirty. You have to, because there's going to be some dirty games. A lot of the playoff games, if you see now, especially, being in, the Bills, Patriots, Green Bay, I almost said the Bears. Oh my God, I'm sorry. All right. The Browns, or even, Baltimore, the Bengals. Those teams, when it gets to the playoff time, Kansas City, it's snowing, it's raining. So that pretty football, in a dome place where there's turf and all this other crap, it goes out the window. Out the window. People are slipping, people are sliding, people are dropping passes, people are fumbling. All those things will be a factor into the game. But can you overcome those things and still get the win? That's what it's about. And that's what the Kansas City Chiefs have been doing. They're the leaders in the AFC right now. I do think the Ravens, I'm speaking from my heart, and I'm speaking because that's why I picked for anyways, and I'm not going to go against my pick. But I do feel like the Ravens will overtake them for the top seed in the AFC. I think that they're going to hit a patch. I think they're going to at least lose one game to the Chargers. I think so. And usually the Raiders and them split games. So, but an amazing team nonetheless. They are going to be a top 3 team in the AFC. It's just how it goes. When you have a coach that's always looking to put his players, i.e. his QB, in the best situation possible, even changing the playbook to do so, success will occur. Now look, only one team wins the Super Bowl. Only one. So it's not like, but this team has been to the Super Bowl, twice? Been to the AFC Championship game 3 times? They've had nothing but utter success. And we have to start looking at that with more reverence. Because this offseason, people were so quick to try to put the nail in their coffin. Why? Listen, even if you're not the biggest Patrick Mahomes fan, they still got Andy Reid. Andy Reid was going to the playoffs with Alex Smith, the check down king. I want you to remember that. Andy Reid was having a top 3, top 4 offense with Alex Smith, the check down king, as his QB. I believe they were winning like 11 or 12 games. So if you think they're not going to do that with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, you're nuts. Like, you're nuts. Listen, I told everyone, I said, they're going to the playoffs. Barring injury, they're going to the playoffs. And even then they might, because Andy Reid is a genius. When it comes to offensive football, he's a genius. And Eric Bieniemy is an amazing play caller. It's like he understands what his QB is capable of. He understands what each receiver is capable of, and he will draw up something specifically for that player while still keeping fluidity in the system itself. It's amazing. It's a beautiful work of art. Yeah, that's what it is. So shout out to, the Kansas City Chiefs fan. I saw a lot of them cussing that team at the half. They're like, "Oh no, this is all your fault. We have so many deficiencies." And then your team comes away and with the victory. They're like, "Oh, we're the best. Oh, look at the muscles. Oh, look at the muscles. Flex, flex, flex." Yo! But guess what? Y'all got the W. Congratulations. Victory Tuesday. Yo, and look, to Davante Adams, the grass is always greener. The grass is always greener. You are seeing a player of immense talent. Immense. I was watching his route running is so ridiculous that he's getting open with just little shifts of his body and momentum. He'll at the perfect time when the cornerback is shifting his momentum or shifting his weight, that's when he hits back. It's like, you ever watched Allen Iverson in his prime when he would put the ball all the way out here, right? He would bounce it and make it come up, right? And he would jerk his body this way to follow the ball, right? And he's so fast that when you would go, "Oh my God, he's going to pass me this way," you have to bite on it. And as soon as you shift your body's weight, I don't care how, it's physics. Once you switch your body weight, your hips into one direction, you're caught. You're caught. Because then he would snatch that ball back, go the other way. Now you're like, oh! Right out of the play. Right out of the play. And that's what he does. That's what Davante Adams does. Man, what a talented receiver, man. I was watching and I'm sitting there like, man. He's running. As soon as he gets off the line of scrimmage, his hands is up. Throw it. Yo, he's winning off the line of scrimmage. He goes, boop, boop. And as soon as he goes, boop, boop, right? He just throws his hand up like, I'm open. And I'm like, oh my God. He goes, boop. That touchdown, that long touchdown that they got, I was just like, Jesus. On two people. You know they're trying to get him the ball, and he still beat it. That's called a true, not a number one receiver, a true number one receiver. Because a number one receiver, a true number one receiver knows they're going to be double covered. They know they're going to shift over the defense to stop them. And guess what? They still know that they have to make plays. And that's Davante Adams. That's why I'm so sad, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody speaks so highly of his character. His character. And to have that one moment, you know what I'm saying, kind of stain it a little bit like I'm so frustrated, I just punched the person that I'm bigger than, out of the way. I know he's going to wake up and be like, bruh, that's my fault. I'm so sorry. I have a feeling he'll be sending him a gift basket or something just to say sorry. Like, genuinely, if he runs into that guy again, I think that he'll probably talk to him face to face and say, hey, I'm so sorry. I was in my emotions. I was in my feelings. I'm so sorry for the way I acted. And I think he should do that. Because no one wants to get embarrassed on national television. Especially now where everyone's so quick to make everything a meme. Nobody wants to be, unless it's for something great. You know what I'm saying? Like Damian Lillard when he hit the buzzer beater on Paul George and he sat back and he was just like, when they're all grabbing, he was just in the camera just. That's what you want to become a meme. You don't want to become a Jordan crying meme. You don't want to be one of these knockout when you get, like, remember when Nate Robinson got knocked out, those memes. Oh God, you have kids. You know how hard it is to come home and your kids is all over the thing like, oh, good morning, Dad. I guess you woke up from that knockout. Yo, that couldn't be me. Could not be me. Yo, I'm so happy I learned how to fight from a young age. Jesus God. Imagine becoming a meme off that. And look, it can happen to anybody because anybody can get slept. If you get hit the right place, you can get slept. I don't care who you are. If you're not the Terminator himself, I don't mean Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean the Terminator, meaning your body is made of metal. You can get slept. Anybody can. But you know what I'm saying? Man, to become a meme, couldn't be me. Yo. Chasing the check, getting. That's what they do. They're pretty much like, if I get slept, bro, I got $2 million. No, bro, you got slept. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth people being always able to bring that meme up or that video. It's just not worth it. But Davante, I think that he's going to do what's right. I think he's going to, send apologies to not only the man but his family, and everyone, will make peace and go forward. But yeah, man, Monday Night Football over with. Next, I'm not watching Thursday Night Football. I refuse. You can't listen unless one of you is gonna pay Nitro $10,000 or more. Let me not be super expensive. $5,000 or more to watch the Commanders versus the Bears. I'm not watching it. You're not getting these eyes to focus on a screen with those two teams playing at the same time. Nope. Couldn't be me. That might be one of the lowest watched games this season, if not the lowest. I promise you it is. But look, thank you for showing up to the Wunderkind show. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you love the content. Please like and subscribe. And to all My subscribers, thank you for being here with me. I love this, and I hope y'all like it too. God bless. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. You here with me, but right now you got to go. And y'all know this way. Y'all know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm about to say. Peace. And I'm out. Here.